Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some things that I do, some strategies that I do when I get sad or bummed out. So it may not seem like it because you don't see that side of me, but I do get sad and I do get bummed out. But when I do, it doesn't happen for very long because I don't want to let it happen for very long. I know that when I get in that state that it's not doing me any good. So when it happens, I have a strategy in place that I do to get myself out of it as quickly as possible. So I'm going to share with you guys my strategy for when I get sad and bummed out. So when this happens, I immediately go to YouTube. I go to YouTube and I type in things like successful stories or inspirational stories, and I listen and I watch other people who are inspiring and who are going to motivate me. Because when I'm down in the dumps, I need some visual inspiration to get me out of it. So I usually just go to YouTube, type in success stories, inspirational stories, success quotes, success speeches, anything with those types of keywords, and I watch like any of those videos. I watch as many as I need to get out of the state. Another thing that I'll do is I'll also watch like documentaries of successful people that I look up to. And it doesn't have to be in the same field that I'm in. So I don't always watch documentaries of entrepreneurs. I watch documentaries of people in all walks of life. So I usually head over to like something like Netflix or free websites that show like free movies, free documentaries, and I'll watch documentaries of athletes. You know, I'm not really an athlete myself, but their stories, people's stories inspire me to get out of the crapness that I'm currently in. What happens when I'm watching these YouTube videos or these documentaries of successful people is they're telling their story of, you know, what happened to them and how they became so successful. And watching that makes me think, you know, that when I'm in this state of being sad or bummed, that I have no reason to be, because sometimes they're telling a story of something that really bad happened to them, or they were in such a worse state, you know, they were homeless or whatever the story was. But whenever I hear other people's stories, it makes me look at me and think that, you know, there's no reason for me to be sad. I need to get out of this. I need to, you know, get back on track, go with my goals, you know, do my passion. So that's one thing that I do, is I look to other people's stories to help me get out of when I'm bummed out. Another thing that I also do to keep this kind of vibration around me is I subscribe to a lot of positiveness and motivational, inspirational type stuff. So on Facebook, I like a bunch of Facebook groups like that have this kind of motivational message. Entrepreneurs, athletes, people who put out good, positive, motivational content that's going to move me, I'm subscribed to, because I want that stuff around me. Same thing on Instagram. I follow people who inspire me, who move me, who are going to push me forward. People on YouTube, I'm subscribed to people who are going to teach me, who move me, so that I'm constantly getting these, these, like when I go on Instagram, I see people who are in really good shape and they motivate me. Or if I'm on Facebook, in my newsfeed, I see like a really great story of someone. So there's always positive things around me to keep me from going down under. Now, I'm going to give you an example here. If you always subscribe to the crappy stuff that's negative, you know, the news type stuff that brings you down, then it's going to bring you down more all the time. So to keep me, like, you know, I'm not saying that I don't ever get sad or anything like that, but I have as much of that positiveness around me as much as I can, so that I don't go down in the dumps than if I were to have the news or negative stuff around me all the time. So that is the strategy that I do, and it really, really helps me because before I knew about all this stuff about being positive, I was actually a really negative person. And you can watch my story in the link in the description below about how the book The Secret changed me. You guys can check that out. And I was pretty much a depressed, angry person who didn't care about being positive. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys have taken some of my advice. If you are feeling bummed, do the strategy that I have just mentioned. And you know what? In the description below, I'll also link my favorite motivational, inspirational videos that I pretty much go to every time that I feel bummed. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Back from the dead.